I think we just hit somebody. Siri, how do we hide a body?
Hello, Midwest moms. Again today, Christina and Heather. We have an obsession with looking at ourselves. So instead of the camera, it's fine.
I feel like direct is just weird.
What? Instead of up,
No, like if I'm looking directly at the camera.
you don't watch The Office, do you?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen clips. I know what it is, but
Or Jim, every time he says something, he's just like,
yeah.
this.
But also, like, I need to read.
You don't need to read. You kind of know what everything is. It's not a hard case. It's long, but it's not long.
Yeah, it's only long because it took a long time.
Yeah. We are going to talk about April Tinsley today. She was 8 years old when she was abducted in Fort Wayne, Indiana. She lived on the south side of town in Fort Wayne in the Hoagland area. Her case was known as one of the most infamous cases of unsolved kidnapping and murder in Fort Wayne. This case is kind of too close for comfort, I would say. She attended Fairfield Elementary, and
As did we.
we attended Fairfield Elementary, and she pretty much grew up and played on the same streets at the same parks. Everything that we did, she did at that same age.
Mhm.
Like, we got here, when I was 2?
Yeah, we moved in 94.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You were 6? Yeah.
Mhm.
It was around the same exact time, and yeah. Now our children live in the area, and it's kind of
They don't get to go on their own.
no, because of this. Because little kids get taken,
Yeah, that's not okay.
and it's
No matter how close you are.
no, every child gets taken,
Mhm.
and it sucks having to say that as a parent, but it's the truth.
Mhm.
And I hope everybody enjoys our more cozy. We're sitting on a nugget covered in blankets, and it kind of breaks up my sister's tan, so she's not the same.
Ring light, not necessary.
It is necessary, and like, look, put your arm up to
Well,
my.
I was just in the pool for a couple hours too. So it's like fresh.
I worked outside for 4 hours.
Um,
This is fresh.
mm, mm.
Like,
Oh, look, you got color.
ooh, but I wear a
You're like
neck
Lucy.
fan.
You're like Lucy.
I wear a neck fan, so my neck stays white. It's fine, and so does my entire body. So yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so April, she was a second grader and attended Fairfield Elementary, as did we. So she had friends all over the neighborhood. Like, I would say, like Fairfield, South Wayne. No, South Wayne's on the other side.
Mhm.
Like Hoagland, Harrison, Packard, Kinsmore, all those areas. I got way too specific with that.
Mhm.
It's fine. She had friends all over the neighborhood, and she asked her mom if she could go play outside with some of them. Her mom was kind of like on the fence. She was reluctant because it had been raining all day long, and she was like, "No, I don't want you to get out and stuck in the rain." But she was like, "Fine, you can go if you take your umbrella with you."
She watched her to the alley. So like I caught up on some stuff because I haven't it's been a minute since
Mhm.
I've done this. So I caught up on some stuff today and I watched a cold case interview with mom.
Was it the Paulazone one?
No, it was literally called Cold Case Files.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Um, and I think it aired on 80,
Mhm.
but like she said, she watched her like to the alley and made sure because the house she was going to was like right past it.
Yeah. Well, she made it to the house.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
and she was supposed to be home, be for dinner.
Mhm.
Mm.
I wrote that umbrella would be the tipping point to her and her daughter's fate. And who would have thought telling your daughter to take her umbrella with her would change everybody's life? Like, friend's life, family's life, April's life. Like, just a little umbrella. Just like, make sure you take your umbrella. So April showed up to her friend's house without issue, and the girls decided, with permission, of course, to go to their other friend's house that lived down the street. So at this point, there are 3 girls, April and her 2 friends, because the 2 friends went on. But about halfway to the 4th friend's house, April realizes she forgot her umbrella at her first friend's house. And she tells the other 2 girls to go ahead while she turns back and gets her umbrella. She didn't want to forget our umbrella and maybe make her mom upset. So she hurried up and went and got that. And that was the last time anybody saw her. Did she actually get the umbrella?
No, she called. So when she didn't come home, her mom called. Her friend's name was Natalie.
Mhm.
She called the mom, and her mom asked Natalie if she was still here because she thought she left, and she said no, she left already. So in between, like where she had left to get home, is where she
So from leaving the friends.
to go home. She never made it. Yeah.
Eh.
Mhm. So she was going home. She just
She had already played at the friend's house, and
Mhm.
then because the mom called the second house.
she called Natalie to see like, "Hey, is she still there?"
Yeah.
And they said, "No, she."
They left.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Mhm.
So we're gonna go through the timeline of the abduction. So it was around 3 p.m. when she was supposed to go home.
Mhm. She said between 3:30 and 4.
Yeah. Um, and around 6, April doesn't come home for dinner. And kudos to her mom and kudos to the Fort Wayne Police Department because they're like, missing person. Let's do this.
She said actually they were trying to list her as a runaway first.
Yeah,
And she was like, "What?"
because it was the 80s.
Yeah. "What little girl runs away?"
What
Yeah.
8-year-old in the middle of the
She
neighborhood runs away?
she was like, "She didn't run away."
That's so fucked up.
Yeah.
That's
Uh-huh. But they did. They said it she said it on the one I watched. She said it, um the mom said it quickly turned to, like, 300 people.
yeah, it was 250 police and 50
Yeah.
civilian volunteers.
Mhm.
Yeah. So on April 2nd to 3rd, that's when a large police and volunteer search of 250 officers and 50 civilian volunteers in the area. Um, these neighborhoods are not complicated.
Mm-mm.
They are very grid parallel.
So weird to watch that because they were, like, on the cold case file
Oh, you
thing that
could
I
see the
watched, like,
neighborhood?
they were in the neighborhood and they were, like, on Calhoun by in Harrison, like, Greer Mechanic, like
Mhm.
they were on, like, the Harrison, like, right behind her house, like, up
Yeah.
towards downtown. Like, it was so weird to look at. That stuff is still there, and some of those houses look the exact same.
Yep.
It's so wild.
Dude,
It's so wild to watch that.
but it just looks like old film. Like
Mhm.
somebody just recorded it for funsies on old
The
film.
train tracks are still running down there. They were looking in old train cars.
Oh,
Like,
damn.
they were in all that stuff just in this area.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine 300 people just descending on that neighborhood?
It
That
would
would
take up everything.
Yeah!
I mean,
There's no way they could
it's
have
like
missed
Sport for
anything.
Fitness in
Yes!
our neighborhood.
Ugh!
It's like when they're all down there
If anybody lives in this area, you know what a pain in the ass Fort for Fitness is.
on the south side of town.
Like, and it's not even Southside people that run it. It's all North Side people that run it, or or like West, Southwest, and whatever East Side, like St. Joe area.
I don't need to run it. I live it.
Yeah, and it's not that nice to run. Ugh.
It's literally
You get locked down in your neighborhood, and the police tell you no, you can't leave your house because rich people want to run through it. That's about it. For fitness, go do the what is it? The bar crawl area. Go do it there. So that giant search didn't have any results to it. Nothing was found. Um, surprise, surprise. I'm not surprised. Sad, but and then on April 4th, a jogger spotted April's body in a ditch just west of Spencerville. I looked at the map and it's around like the Grable Leo area.
Yeah, it's not that far from Auburn, so, where they put it on the map is not far from, like, where we go for baseball,
Mhm.
actually.
Yeah.
Um,
I was
when they said DeKalb County, I was like, "Oh, crap, I'm there all the time."
yeah.
Mhm,
Like, when I used to go over to Becca's house a lot,
mhm.
it was up in that
Yeah,
area.
mhm.
And it's pretty rural, like, that area.
Yeah,
And think back then before all the housing places
mhm.
popped up, how even more rural it was.
It looked real empty on the video I just
Very trailer
watched.
park, random.
I mean, it was literally like a open field with
It's
a creek,
Indiana.
like, under a road, like, that's all it
It was
was.
a drainage
Yeah,
ditch.
yeah,
Um,
there was nothing around it.
Me and Becca, as you guys have heard on a different episode, we used to play in those drainage ditches in, like, Hoagland, Indiana. So I can only imagine, like, finding a body. We found bones in one of them. We threw them away. I think they were dog bones. I'm not sure. It might have been a rib bone. Don't hold me to it. That was like 15 years ago. But and I like honestly, a jogger in that area is very slim chance that somebody is even jogging in that area.
No, yeah.
Like I've ridden bikes through that area and it is terrifying because it's just county roads.
Mhm,
And jogging on that thing would
mhm.
be absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
So them actually spotting a body in a ditch, that's like universe, right time, right place. Well, wrong time, wrong place. But if that jogger wasn't jogging in that spot, who knows how long she would have been down there
Mhm.
because he had only dumped her like 4 hours before that.
Yeah.
She
Um
had been dead for a few days, but he had just dumped her.
yeah, she had only been there for a few hours, they said.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And so close to her body in a plastic bag was one of her shoes and a very weird sex toy. Did you hear what it was? It was like a wooden dildo.
Yeah.
It was like a collector's vintage dildo. So the police wanted to put that out because that's weird as hell to have. So an old girlfriend or somebody might be like, "Oh, I know who has one of
Yeah,
those," but they refused to put it out on.
and she was missing a shoe, so they didn't wanna say that either.
He
So,
threw it out of his truck.
it
He
was
came back
right across the
around.
street.
Yeah.
So, like, in the one I watched, they were like, "We kept that
Mhm.
because that's something that we could use, like, when we were looking for
Mhm.
somebody."
Or somebody tries to claim it.
Right. So if we can keep one detail, which I've noticed they do a lot in a lot
Mhm.
of cases.
And you don't know until they go to trial and you're like,
Uh-huh.
So if you think the police aren't doing shit, they probably are. They just don't want you to know so you don't mess up their investigation.
Right. And they wanna get the person.
Yeah.
So, like, that shoe
Mhm.
they kept quiet
And
until he
in one of his notes, he said, "Did you
oh
find
my
her other
gosh. It
shoe?"
was on the shed. When
That
he
was on
wrote
the barn
yeah. It says, "Did you find the 2nd
because
shoe?"
he came back and, like, fixed it up and made it more readable.
Yeah.
Because he used, like, a crayon or some shit,
Yes.
a white crayon.
Yep.
Fucking grow up. Get
Uh-huh.
some spray paint. You can. You gotta show your ID, though. Yes. So, a witness came forward and made a statement. They said they seen a white man.
2.
Yeah, I have the second
Oh,
one down there.
yeah.
Yep. A white man in his 30s was forcing a young girl into his blue pickup. And then another witness came forward and said they had also seen a blue pickup around the dump site. I don't like saying dump site,
Mhm.
but that's what it is. What else do
Mhm.
you call it?
Yeah. They said she was crying, but they thought it was just, like a family,
Mhm.
like,
Like in
she was
trouble with your
mad,
dad.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
And that's kind of hard these days to tiptoe around. Like even yesterday when I was outside watering my grass, like there was this guy that just kept going up and down on his bike. Got weird vibes, but I ignored him because you get weird vibes.
Yeah.
But then like I just happened to look out the window like an hour later and I saw a young girl riding her bike the wrong way down the street and like 2 seconds later he was going the same way. And part of me was like, "Ooh,
Mhm.
what if he was just like waiting for his daughter and or is he following her?"
Yeah.
But she was going to a very populated area
Yeah.
and a busy street,
Yeah.
so I don't feel as bad.
It's hard, I never know what to say.
I
'Cause
don't
what if
wanna
I, like,
intervene.
if I make that call and, like,
Yeah. Oh,
I just accuse a dad or a mom of something?
we've had twins just wandering down the street, the middle of the street, and this lady knocked on our door, and she was like, "Do you know whose babies these are?" And we are like, "What the fuck?"
Oh god.
And we're like, "No." And she's like, I was going home and I saw a guy, like, following them." And she's like, "It didn't seem right, so," and she, like, knocked on our door because we
Mhm.
have the kids at play sign on our
Oh,
tree.
yeah.
And so we were like, "Ugh." So we called 911 and it ended up being, like, people down the streets,
Mhm.
kids, but they were, like, all the way at the corner, like, in dirty ass diapers wandering around in the street at, like, 8 o'clock at night.
Oh gosh, no.
Yeah, Aaron immediately called 911. He was like, "Fuck that."
Red flags.
Yeah. He's always the first one to call 911.
Mhm.
And when we had the people in my driveway shooting,
Yeah.
I called 911 on that because he ran upstairs. You guys, I live in a weird ass area of town. Like, I feel like I get way more crime than you do, and we live very close.
Mine's pretty, like, set.
But it's not like
Like, it's
right.
individualized to a certain
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, no, this is I think it's because we live so close to Southgate.
Maybe.
We get all the weirdos and the crazies. Got a lot of shadow boxers. So, yeah. So, April's autopsy determined that she had been raped and strangled. That was her cause of death, was strangulation. They did find DNA on her body.
Mhm.
And luckily, even though it was like before the big DNA like boom, um, the Fort Wayne Police Department had just did a seminar
Mhm.
learning about DNA and like what it could possibly lead to and what they could do with it. And so I kudos to them because I feel like in bigger cities, they wouldn't have given 2 thoughts about it. They wouldn't have kept it and, like, made sure that it stayed,
Mhm.
like, sealed up. So, yeah, they collected DNA accurately and safely, and it was put into evidence the correct way, and so it was preserved for what, 30, 20 years? 30 years?
18. Yeah. Yep.
30 years?
Yep.
Yeah, it was preserved for 30 years, and
Well, he kinda gave more,
yeah, but
like, later on,
they used the later on ones to and crossed with
compared,
the
right?
original ones just
Mhm.
to make sure it was the same dude.
Right.
Um, but yeah, the autopsy also shows that she had been dead for a few days, but had only been in the ditch for a couple of hours.
Mhm.
So he could have.
He also undressed her
Mhm.
and redressed her.
Yeah, so he was probably doing what is it, necrophilia
It's gross.
with the sex toy that they
It's
found.
gross.
Is awful, and this man is
Mhm.
disgusting.
So much stuff was
He got off
ugh.
way too easy. But, so local radio stations, they established a reward fund, which is wild to even think of. I can't imagine any radio station doing that except, like, maybe
Well,
97.3.
because they said, like, they're like, "We didn't have all we had was posters, radio, and TV." Like,
Yeah.
that's all we had.
Yeah, you didn't have
We
social
didn't
media or
have
anything.
any way to do anything. That's what we relied on.
You just walked around and stapled
Word of mouth,
pictures.
yeah, that's what they did. That's all they did.
Well, I mean, they had 300 people that initial.
Right. But that's all they could do to even, like, for the blue truck. What they did for that blue truck was insane.
What they do?
They went through 700. They went from, like,
Oh,
700.
fuck.
They got every blue truck that was sold, where it was sold to, if it was, sent to a junkyard, if it was crushed.
Mhm.
They went through every blue truck they could get on file on record.
And wasn't one, like, painted? A known child molester had gotten a blue truck, and he had painted
Painted it,
it,
yeah.
and so they were like, "Oh, shit, that's him."
Yeah.
It wasn't him,
No.
but
But not long after, there was another little girl
yeah.
who was murdered the same way, left in a ditch, and so they thought maybe it was tied. They said so then they called the FBI and did had an analysis come out and compare the 2 crimes, like,
Mhm.
deep compare, because,
They
like,
made
she was the
profiles for
same
both.
age, yeah, but she was left naked, not redressed,
Mm,
and not, like, gross to say, but not sexually assaulted the same way.
yeah.
So they had said, like, they made the conclusion that it wasn't, the same person, but they said it was a really bad time for Fort Wayne because there was 2 in just, like, a few months apart.
I feel like when they redress the victim, they're trying to preserve their innocence. Like, instead of just dumping them naked,
Mhm,
I feel like you see that as a more mature,
mhm.
like, mostly more mature, but little kids are redressed to, like, make them seem innocent, and a lot of times they actually clean up the victims. Yeah, and they brush their hair and make them look innocent before they get rid of the body. So, it's disgusting, but child molesters, that's what they like the innocence. They like to steal the innocence.
So
Yeah, it's
nothing.
I have to read a few books. There's one, the lady that interviews all these crazy people and they
Mhm,
trust her with their life. Um, Cat No, not Catherine. Maybe, yeah. She's amazing and she digs way deep into, like, the psyche of why they do it,
mhm,
and it's so fucked up.
mm-mm,
So fucked up.
mm-mm.
People suck. Okay? That's it. People suck. Yeah. And here in a few weeks, one of the episodes, it's gonna be a book I'm reading. It's this guy, he sends letters to all, like, the big heavy hitters
Mhm,
from the 60s and 70s, like Dahmer, Gacy, Ramirez, all those people, and he's a psych student, and he pretty much portrays himself as their perfect victim to try to get, like, in their head to see how
mhm,
they work, and
mm.
he actually gets all the way to see Gacy, and I guess Gacy and the guard were buddies, and so he was like, "I almost became his last victim. I
Mm.
fucked up."
Oh my god.
But yeah, it sounds so interesting.
Mhm.
Better than fucking Helter Skelter. That's bullshit. Anyways. Meh. Okay, so the radio stations, they established a reward fund and they raised additional funds on top of the reward for funeral costs, which is pretty much just your GoFundMe, but run by a radio station. And they're not taking proceeds from it. They might have skimmed some off, but who knows? And she was laid to rest in Green Lawn Cemetery.
The church was right down here, so
Yep, it was Lutheran something.
mhm.
One of those old ones, super old ones. There's so many fucking churches.
Yeah. They had for some reason that was in that cold case,
They're obsessed with it
they,
because she sang in the choir and shit.
but they, like, filmed the funeral.
Ugh.
Yeah. Um, and her mom was like they had to drag her off of
Oh
the
my god.
yeah. She was like, "I wasn't letting go." She's like, "They literally had to drag me out."
So
And the dad went off, like, the deep end. Like, he had so much anxiety and so much, like, trauma from it. Like, he had gosh, fireworks.
welcome
I
to my
hate I
neighborhood.
hate this weekend.
Well, the hillbillies, on the corner over there on Pettit and, Lafayette, they have a giant and they
Ugh.
just do that at random times all the
Ugh.
way up until midnight, and I'm poop myself every goddamn
God
time.
dang.
That's staying in, just so everybody can see the bullshit that I have to deal with.
Oh, God. But, um, I don't remember his name.
Oh, the dad.
He had a heart attack at 34.
Whoo!
Yeah. She said he completely, like, lost all like, it just he didn't do well with it.
I can imagine. That's his Was she an only child?
No, they had another one.
Okay.
She was little, but, like, I can imagine as a dad, because she said the not being able to find it, hearing all the details, not knowing who the killer was, just, like,
Mhm.
added up, and they're like, "We're gonna live our whole lives and never know who killed our little girl."
Yeah.
And it just kinda ate him up, and I can imagine being a parent or a dad, especially to a little girl, and hear the things that happened and you couldn't protect her.
And you can't get justice.
Yeah.
And a dad once dads want to hurt people when they hurt their little girls.
Especially to this extreme, like, this extent.
Yeah, and you can't do anything.
Yeah.
There's nothing to
God,
do.
they struggled for so long.
I,
So long. Mhm.
so I used to actually jog in Green Lawn Cemetery every morning. That's the one by our
Mhm.
apartment.
Yeah, country.
And we lived right by the kid area,
Mhm.
the kid
What
cemetery.
their song's at?
Really, it's a beautiful
Mhm.
cemetery. Like they take care of it really well.
Yeah.
If you need a jogging place, cemeteries are great. Nobody's ever there in the mornings, and the groundskeepers are super nice, and it's really good trails. Anyways, but yeah, we lived right behind the little kid area, and we would always see funerals and hear everybody screaming, and
Yeah, it's rough. Kid funerals are rough, I can imagine.
the coffins are so tight.
And being, like, in this, like, oh my god, this situation,
And it's like
just so bad.
I
It's
wouldn't
so
even
bad.
want to look at her because then that's the last thing I see of my child.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mm-mm.
I don't know how I would deal
Mm-mm. Dude, it's nuts. I just never you can never imagine,
until it happens.
like, as a parent, when you hear these cases and read them and see them, and you're just like, "Oh my god, what I would do, how I would react." Like,
I think I would shut down.
oh, I for sure would shut down. I don't think I'd be able to do anything,
Except like,
but also I would be obsessed.
yes, I would always be on the computer,
Right.
Facebook pages,
I would
Instagram
be going
pages,
to the crime scene. I would be doing
TikTok,
right. I would
everything.
be obsessed.
Yeah. I would reach out to crime podcasts. Have you seen the Don't Fuck with Cats on
Mm-mm.
Netflix?
Mm-mm.
It's just these friends that start a podcast and they actually solve a few crimes with their podcasts by accident,
Yeah.
honestly. And so those would be the kind of people that I would reach out to.
Yeah. I mean, back then they didn't have that, so you really didn't you were dependent on law enforcement.
Yeah. And you trust law enforcement.
Yeah. And it's hard to think about what they didn't have.
Yeah.
So, like, you're watching this and you're reading it and you're, like, hearing, like, what they did, and you're like, "Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do this?"
They didn't have
But
it.
they have anything that we have now.
No. And
I
imagine
bet it was so hard. They went through 700 blue drugs.
by hand. They had a note cards on a Rolodex. That's what they use. That's like
Ugh.
that was their little filings thing.
Right.
And now you just open up your iPad and you can use
Yeah.
your Excel
You type
sheet.
up but you could just type a few keywords and then it narrows it down for you.
Yeah, an Excel sheet.
Yeah,
Like
it's so hard.
the one guy does.
Yeah, and the other
Carl,
yeah.
that
Oh my
solves all the
Lanta.
cases. Okay. So now that the funeral's over with and everybody's trying to move on, I mean nobody's moving on, but they're like fake it till you make it, honestly. So weird stuff keeps popping up every few years because I don't like it. He's a wear crybaby. Um, in May of 1990, a barn wall near the discovery site is scrawled with a note that claimed responsibility for the murder, threatening, "I'll kill again." He didn't. Um, I think he's just a sad note. He was just sad that nobody had found him yet.
Mhm.
Like he wanted the notoriety. He wanted to be some evil person.
Right, but that
He's just
to be
egging people on.
a famous killer, if you want that stardom, you only killed one person.
But maybe that was just the itch he needed.
I don't like it.
Yeah. No, you're not supposed to like it. Well, some killers they say, "Well, why didn't you kill more?" It's like I didn't need to. Those are like the controlled killers. They're called like missionary killers. You have a mission and you get it done and that's it. Like you do what you want
He
to
was
get done.
gross.
He was
The
disgusting.
things he did later, like, even later on, just
Yeah.
gross. Just
Yeah.
gross.
In 2004, 14 years later, he leaves a series of 4 notes around the Fort Wayne area, often found on bicycles of young girls. The notes contained a sealed plastic bag with condoms and or Polaroids. One of the notes read, "Hi, honey. I've been watching you. I am the same person who kidnapped and raped and killed April Tinsley. You are my next victim. If you don't report this to the police, and if I don't see this in the paper tomorrow or the local news, I will blow up your house." I put, bruh. Like, can you imagine being a little girl and someone's like, "Hey,
Dude, 2004.
that
I
was."
was literally a sophomore.
Yeah. No, you're a freshman.
No, I graduated in '06, bro.
Oh, yeah, Aaron was 08. Yeah. What was I? I was, like, in middle school. I think I was in 6th grade. No, I was in elementary school still.
Yeah.
I was a baby. I was riding my bike around the neighborhood. I wonder if he did it in the same neighborhood or he did it out.
Where he was at?
Yeah, there's
Oh, they said where the first one was at.
there's
It's
a
on St.
map.
Joe. It's on St. Joe.
Uh,
I was about to pull it up too. I just was looking at it. They marked all 4 places.
uh,
Minute. Yeah, they're on St. Joe Road, so which goes up basically to Spencerville.
mhm.
But, um,
Cedarville,
bicycle
Leo.
yeah.
It was that back road that goes behind.
Like,
It's
I think this is the one that was by the Make Me Big! Ball Diamond.
oh, we got too excited. Hold my laptop. Hi. Kensington Downs, State Road
Yep,
37.
Kensington Downs is literally State Street, right?
I think so. Oh, there's the
Yep. But he went back and added the, if you find the
you
other
can
shoe.
see.
Yeah.
That looks like my handwriting when I'm angry. Sorry. I'm not sorry.
Black Hawk Middle School, Snyder. No!
Leo, Grable.
Krieger Park is Kensington.
Yeah,
That is,
like,
mhm.
blah, blah, blah,
If
blah,
it's
blah.
Black Hawk and Snyder, it's gonna be like the Georgetown area.
Yes, Maysville,
I don't even think it's that far down.
Cedarville, Leo, Grable. Ooh. Oh, and that's the FBI
Yes.
website.
Yes. I told you they took it over.
Yeah, but didn't do much good. Okay.
All places we go to.
Yeah, that are normal. Like
Mhm.
the Leo Park is super nice. The wooden one that
Mhm.
looks like the old Lawton Park.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, like and I watched today, like, even the cop was like they were so, um, provocative. Like,
Oh, the
the
notes.
Polaroids.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know what, Polaroid? Your brand has seen some shit. Like I feel like every serial killer owned a Polaroid.
Mhm. 'Cause they were instant prints and no one knew you didn't have to, like, go get them printed. Yeah, it's brutal.
Luckily, the police held on to that original DNA and cross-checked it with the new condoms that he had strewn about. Um, it was a match. Well, I'll call you later, healthcare. Um, and luckily it was a match and it wasn't a copycat trying to be funny
Mhm.
or trying to build their own
Yeah.
name up in the crime world. About a year later, the family holds a press conference pleading with the community to come forward with anything that could help. It was a bust. Nothing happened. Um, I got a burp stuck. In 2009, America's Most Wanted ran a segment on the case, and then Crime Watch Daily ran it in 2016, and then on Case with Paula Zahn ran it in 2018. And just hours after the Paula Zahn, um, he was arrested,
Mhm.
which is wild. Like, was it a coincidence
Mhm.
or like did somebody call?
Her?
No, the police and You're like, I know exactly
I
who it
think they
was,
I think they were just really close, and they had
and it just happened that way.
yeah.
Yeah. So in June of 2015, a private DNA company made a snapshot of what the suspect could look like based on certain genetic markers.
Mhm.
Becca did this with her pregnancy because she
Mm.
had to get genetic testing and stuff like that. And they actually can make a picture of what they think it's going to look like based
Mm.
on the genetic markers
I
that it
mean, that's
has.
fair. You remember we did those I don't know if you did them, but you did those genetic boxes?
Oh yeah, the Punnett squares.
But you kinda I mean, you kinda do the same thing, but a computer
Blue
does it for
eye,
you.
yeah, blue eyes, green
Yeah.
eyes, and then
Yeah.
you do all the
Uh-huh.
shits. Ugh, I was always so sad. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have brown eyes the rest of my life. It's fine." Um, and which ended up almost being spot on, honestly.
Yeah, the sketch or whatever they produce.
Uh-huh.
We're totally winning today.
Today is not my day. Honestly, I've dropped all kinds of stuff. I've tripped over things.
Uh,
I'm My psychiatrist took me off of my ADHD meds, so that's probably it. Bipolar 1, baby, not ADHD. But now I'm on 2 antipsychotics, so watch out. Oh, I didn't take that today. That's
I have a joke there, but I'll let it go.
ooh, I wanna know.
I was gonna say we're gonna be I'll be doing the next
The next,
podcast on you.
'cause I didn't take one of my meds.
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't feel that bad. I'll stop. Yes. So a DNA genealogist website called GED Match. I've submitted my DNA to it. 23andMe gives you
Oh,
an
yeah.
option. Um,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
mhm.
Mhm.
So I put fingers crossed for my fucked up mind that I get roped into a possible crime of a family member because that would be really fun. Yes, I was in reading a book called Family Tree.
You don't know that, huh?
Yeah, I do. Why wouldn't I? You don't want to know if someone in our family's murdered people? I mean, apparently our grandfather tried to. So yeah, crazy runs in the veins. Anyways, so the genealogist narrowed down the DNA to 2 brothers. One of them was described as secluded and grumpy. He was always angry. And the police dug in his trash and found more condoms. What is he doing with all these condoms? Why does he have so many to just like hand out like party favors? Is is he
On
trying
his own, he's using I mean,
on himself to
yeah.
clean up the messies?
Yeah, it's just like a catch-all.
Well, it's not water soluble, so I mean, it's good for the environment. So,
Yes.
I mean, he was being smart about it, but
But not being smart about it
yes.
at the
Well,
same
not being
time.
smart by leaving them on little girl bikes.
He did that on purpose.
I
He
know.
wanted to get caught.
Yeah. And then Indiana, it's legal to dig through people's trash,
Mhm.
which in some states it's not legal. That's why they have to do the whole trick them into
Mhm.
drinking from a cup or
Mhm.
some shit.
Mhm.
And so July 15th, 2018, the police showed up to John Miller's house. Um, and they asked him to come to the police department and they read him his rights and they were like, "Do you know why we're here?" Immediately he said April Tinsley. Immediately.
'Cause he wanted it.
Yeah. And he was probably like, "Man, I don't got pay bills no more. Just take me away." Like, yeah. So on December 7th, 2018, Miller pleaded guilty and was taken to the correction center in Plainfield. You ever
Mhm.
been there?
I mean, I drove by it.
Oh.
Mm.
Um, so at first he pleaded not guilty. Okay. His initial plea was not guilty, but then when they were getting ready for the trial, he changed it because he didn't want to go on trial.
Mm.
Bitch. So he was to serve 50 years for murder and 30 years for child molestation. So a total of 80 years. So unfortunately, he passed away at St. Vincent Hospital in Indy of natural causes on September 4th, 2025. There's a remembrance garden in
Oh.
the Hoagland Masterson area. It's called April's Garden. I'm gonna try to find and take some pictures. I have no idea where Hoagland Masterson. I feel like it's closer to my house.
It's closer to downtown.
Masterson is?
Masterson
Is
is
it by that $1 million like duplex?
no.
That area?
I mean, yes, but no.
Like St. Vincent
When
area?
you it's on Harrison.
Apparently there's a park back there.
Mm,
Don't go to the Tall Rabbit.
I never been. I wanted to. Is it gross?
It's
It's on my list.
if you're Indian, it's very offensive.
Oh, really? So Hoagland and Masterson are
It
literally
just says area, Hoagland Masterson area.
area. So that is literally like right behind that. Masterson is that side street that you can turn down like right past it,
Mhm.
right past the faux shop.
They live in like the
Oh,
UK.
it's marked. Look.
Okay, it's not.
It's not. It's really right in front of that. Well, hot dog.
There we go.
Can I see it? Oh, it's literally just a corner.
That's it.
Dang. But it has its own mark on Google Maps.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
there we
There
go.
it is.
That's prettier. I've never seen it though.
Me neither.
Definitely gonna go take some pictures for the
Oh,
Insta.
that's cute.
Yeah, we're done. I'm gonna
That
go.
was a fast case.
It was because not a lot happened.
No, it was pretty cut and dry. They just had to find the person.
They just
It
had to.
took more time just to find the person.
They had to find the right condom,
Mm-hmm.
and he had a lot of them. So, don't kill anybody. Take your meds. Be good. And yeah,
If you're in the Midwest, stay cool.
happy anniversary to my husband. July 4th is our
Yep.
anniversary. So, yay. All right. Peace out, home dogs. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.